Princess Anne transfers her royal title to Charlotte. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for more British royal family news. In a moment of royal foresight, Princess Anne has decided to pass her distinguished royal title to the promising Princess Charlotte. This historic decision follows Anne's own journey, where she waited until her mid-30s to be honored as the Princess Royal by the Queen, a title traditionally given to the eldest daughter of the reigning monarch. Now, at the age of 74, Princess Anne is urging her nephew Prince William to swiftly grant this cherished title to his beloved daughter Charlotte. Sources reveal that Anne fully supports the idea of the 9-year-old becoming the 8th Princess Royal, a title she plans to relinquish when she eventually steps down. After holding the title with great pride and dignity, Anne has been reflecting on her legacy and the future of this revered role. With her own children, Peter Phillips and Zara Tyndall, showing little interest in serving the crown with the same dedication, Anne has shifted her focus to mentoring young Charlotte in royal duties. Known for her direct nature, Anne has already encouraged William to pass the title to Charlotte as soon as possible. An insider shares that Anne, now 71, is not one to be bound by tradition and is carefully considering all involved. Her bond with William has strengthened over time, and she has also developed a special connection with Charlotte. Insider whispers from the palace suggest that William and his wife Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, had been fostering Charlotte's interest in horses. When they told her that her great-aunt Anne competed in the 1976 Montreal Olympics as an equestrian, young Charlotte was captivated, deepening their bond. Impressed by Charlotte's natural talent for riding, Anne has offered her riding lessons, seeing great promise in her. Their shared experience as second-born children and eldest daughters of monarchs creates a unique connection between them. In this charming narrative of royal heritage and mentorship, Princess Anne entrusts her treasured title to the next generation, nurturing the potential of a young princess who holds a special place in her heart. Could Princess Charlotte, the delightful daughter of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, one day rise to the esteemed position of Queen? The British royal lineage has long fascinated the public, leaving them to wonder about the intricate succession. With the Elizabethan era now behind us, one may question if Princess Charlotte, born on May 2, 2015, will ever wear the crown. Princess Charlotte of Cambridge, a name that exudes regal elegance, pays tribute to her distinguished ancestors. Her full title, Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana of Wales, is a rich tapestry woven from the legacies of her grandfather King Charles, her great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth II, and her late grandmother Princess Diana. During her school years, she was affectionately called Charlotte Cambridge, a subtle nod to her parents' noble titles. As a member of the royal family, Charlotte enjoys the privilege of being addressed as Her Royal Highness, making a surname unnecessary. However, when required, the name Mountbatten Windsor is used, blending her grandfather Prince Philip's surname with the esteemed House of Windsor. This unique naming tradition highlights her deep connections to British history and her family's lasting legacy. Even if the crown remains beyond her reach, Princess Charlotte is destined for a vital role within the royal family. The prestigious title of Princess Royal may one day be hers, an honor traditionally reserved for the eldest daughter of the monarch, much like the title of Prince of Wales for senior male members of the royal line. Additionally, in just under a year, a long-standing royal protocol will significantly impact the lives of Prince George and Princess Charlotte. This rule, deeply rooted in royal tradition, ensures the protection of the line of succession and will require the two young royals to travel separately once George turns 12 on July 22, 2025. At that point, a little-known but important rule will take effect, mandating that he and Charlotte travel separately to preserve the royal succession in case of an accident. This royal protocol dictates that once a royal turns 12, they can no longer travel with other direct heirs to the throne. The concern is that an unforeseen event, such as a plane crash or transportation-related incident, could potentially eliminate multiple heirs at once, causing chaos in the monarchy. The rule aims to prevent such a disaster and protect the continuity of the royal family. The revelation of this rule emerged ahead of Prince George's 11th birthday, when Graham Laurie, a former pilot for King Charles, discussed it in an interview with OK magazine. Laurie explained the protocol based on his own experience flying the royal family. For the rest of his life, George will have to adhere to this rule, meaning he must use separate transportation from his immediate family to ensure the line of succession is secure. This protocol is more than just a formality. Air travel has historically posed real risks to royal family members. Tragically, Prince Philip's sister, Princess Cecily, died in a plane crash in 1937. Another tragedy occurred in 1942, when Prince George, Duke of Kent, died in a crash, and more recently, in 1972, Queen Elizabeth II's cousin Prince William of Gloucester died in a flying accident. These incidents serve as stark reminders of the dangers associated with air travel, even for royals. As Prince George approaches this milestone, this protocol will become a significant part of his life, marking a major change in how he travels in the future. While it may seem like an outdated and strict rule to outsiders, within the royal family, such protocols are critical to maintaining the continuity and security of the monarchy. This rule ensures that, in the event of a tragedy, other heirs will be available to carry on the duties of the crown. This layer of protection underscores the monarchy's commitment to preserving the line of succession, ensuring the royal family can withstand unexpected challenges. Interestingly, the rule can be waived in special circumstances, but only with the reigning monarch's explicit permission. Historically, exceptions have been made when deemed necessary, such as when Prince William and Prince George traveled together, with Queen Elizabeth II's consent since George was still under the age of 12. However, after his 12th birthday, such exemptions will likely become rarer. As George's 12th birthday approaches, the royal family will undoubtedly reflect on the implications of this rule, with his future role in the monarchy becoming more significant. His upcoming milestone will mark the beginning of a new chapter, one that brings increased responsibility and adherence to royal protocols like this ancient travel rule. While it may seem daunting, it is simply part of the reality of being born into one of the world's most famous and historic families. This transition marks another step toward his eventual role as a key figure in the monarchy, a duty that will shape his life in the years to come. For now, the royal family will ensure every measure is taken to safeguard the future of the monarchy, following traditions that have been upheld for centuries. George's upcoming milestone will be pivotal in ensuring continuity. Thank you for watching until the end. Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates. Princess Charlotte has noticeably matured. She now carries herself differently at important events, modestly and with restraint, as befitting her status. However, there are still moments when she lets her emotions show, especially when sitting next to her brothers. The three of them would often turn into a playful trio, chatting, making faces, and exchanging mischievous glances. For instance, during Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, some photos captured Charlotte looking confusedly at her brother while Queen Keen consoled her. According to insiders, 9-year-old George had pinched his sister, prompting her reaction. Perhaps due to these sibling squabbles, Kate often tries to keep them apart at events. Typically, the Princess of Wales holds one child's hand while her husband accompanies the other. It's clear that Charlotte has changed and her facial features have evolved as well. While people used to debate who Charlotte resembled more, it's now apparent she takes after her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, and great-great-grandmother. Once round-faced, her face has elongated, and her hair has developed a beautiful chocolate hue with caramel highlights that shine in the sun. Charlotte has inherited a lively spirit and determination from her relatives. At home, she is known to insist on getting her way. Prince William shared in the Time to Walk podcast how his older children often argue over what music to play. Most mornings, there's a big argument between Charlotte and George, he said with a smile. I now have to mediate the situation. One gets to choose the music today, and the other gets their turn tomorrow. The young princess enjoys Shakira's songs and dances energetically to upbeat tracks, all while trying on different dresses. Before long, Charlotte will be a young lady, likely breaking hearts along the way. When it comes to food, Charlotte has a unique taste. She loves olives and enjoys helping her mom prepare pizza and pasta with cheese. Princess Charlotte, born on May 2, 2015, to Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, holds a notable position within the British royal family. Her significance lies not only in her birthright, but also in the profound changes her arrival has brought about in the monarchy. Charlotte symbolizes a transformative period for the British royal family, characterized by changes in legislation, protocol, and a progressive outlook toward the future of the monarchy. In 2013, 2 years before Charlotte's birth, a crucial amendment to the Succession to the Crown Act ensured her place in history. This amendment abolished the long-standing practice of male primogeniture, which traditionally favored male heirs over their sisters, regardless of birth order. The change was a landmark moment, guaranteeing that Charlotte's position in the line of succession remained intact, even after the birth of her younger brother, Prince Louis. This legislative shift was not only about fairness, but also a reflection of the monarchy's need to adapt to modern values. Charlotte became the first female royal in British history, not to be displaced by a younger brother in the succession, securing her position as fourth in line to the throne, following her grandfather, father, and elder brother, Prince George. Further solidifying her status, Queen Elizabeth II made significant adjustments to royal title protocols dating back to 1917, set by King George V. Under the old system, only the eldest son of the eldest son of the eldest son of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales would bear the title of prince. However, in recognition of changing times, the Queen declared that all of Prince William's children would carry the titles of prince or princess. This decision ensured Princess Charlotte would hold her title from birth, underscoring her importance within the royal family's structure. As of 2024, Princess Charlotte is officially known as Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Wales, a title that mirrors her father's status as Prince of Wales. This title is not merely symbolic but highlights her prominent position in the royal hierarchy and foreshadows her future role within the monarchy. As her father is next in line to the throne, Charlotte's title may evolve over time as the dynamics of the royal family shift. Speculation surrounds the future titles she might receive, with one of the most discussed being the Duchess of Edinburgh, a prestigious title historically associated with senior royals. Another possibility is the title of Princess Royal, traditionally granted to the monarch's eldest daughter, though the timing and decisions of the reigning monarch will ultimately determine her future honors. Princess Charlotte's importance extends beyond her titles and place in the line of succession. She embodies the modern monarchy, one that is gradually adapting to the contemporary world, while preserving its deep-rooted traditions. Though still in her early years, Charlotte represents a royal family in transition, striving to stay relevant in an ever-evolving society. The careful management of her public image, titles, and future responsibilities reflects the monarchy's ongoing efforts to balance tradition with the need for modernization. As she grows, Princess Charlotte will continue to attract attention not only as a royal figure, but as a symbol of the monarchy's future direction. Her story is more than that of a young girl born into royalty. It's the narrative of a modern institution adjusting to the times, ensuring its endurance and significance in the 21st century. Princess Charlotte, the granddaughter of the King of England, is a rising fashion icon, a socialite, and a prominent figure in British high society. What does daily life look like for this young princess? It's even more fascinating than you might expect. From lavish vacations and exclusive schooling to high-end fashion, Princess Charlotte has already left her mark in her few years and even sparked a phenomenon as a baby. Let's dive into the remarkable details of this royal child's life of wealth, luxury, and opulence. Born into a family line stretching back centuries, Princess Charlotte enjoys unimaginable privilege. Her life is filled with everything from grand estates and couture clothing to exquisite jewels and exclusive education, creating a portrait of royal grandeur. As the daughter of Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, Charlotte is a direct descendant of historical monarchs whose reigns helped shape the world. Her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, ruled for a remarkable era, guiding the monarchy through modern evolution. The royal family's wealth is not solely monetary but also reflects centuries of accumulated cultural and historical influence. The UK is dotted with royal properties, each one a piece of British history. Places like Sandringham House and Balmoral Castle are not just homes but enduring symbols of the monarchy's stability and tradition. Since her birth at the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital, where many royal children have been born, Charlotte's life has been bathed in luxury. Her birth was a global event, with media worldwide eagerly awaiting a glimpse of the new heir to centuries-old traditions. Princess Charlotte's early years have been surrounded by life's finest luxuries. The estates tied to her royal heritage are not just properties but are steeped in royal history. Kensington Palace, for instance, has been home to royalty since the 17th century. and it's where Charlotte spends much of her childhood, surrounded by the legacy of generations before her. Outside the hustle of London, Anmer Hall, located on the Queen's Sandringham estate, offers Charlotte a quiet escape from the public eye. With its expansive grounds and private play areas, Anmer Hall provides a peaceful retreat where she can enjoy her childhood away from royal duties. Another highlight of the royal estate is Balmoral Castle in Scotland, a favorite summer destination for the royal family. This historic estate, with its sprawling landscape, allows Charlotte to enjoy nature and explore the beauty of Scotland. The royal family's assets also include the famed crown jewels, featuring pieces like the imperial state crown and the sovereign's scepter. These treasures aren't just symbols of monarchy but priceless artifacts. As part of her royal lineage, Charlotte is connected to these items, which represent the monarchy's continuity. The royal family also owns a renowned collection of artwork, much of which adorns the walls of their various residences. These masterpieces, collected over generations, aren't simply decorative but represent a significant cultural legacy that Charlotte is exposed to from an early age. In terms of travel, Charlotte has access to the royal fleet, which includes Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, and Range Rovers. She travels in the utmost luxury, whether by road, rail, or air, with the royal train and the Queen's private aircraft at her disposal. As Princess Charlotte grows older, her responsibilities within the royal family will become more apparent. Her future involves more than privilege, it will also be a life of service. Like those before her, Charlotte is expected to contribute to the royal legacy through charity work and public duties, upholding the values of the monarchy. Charity has always been a core part of royal life, and it's likely that Charlotte will follow in the footsteps of her parents and grandparents by supporting various causes. Whether it's mental health awareness or environmental conservation, as Charlotte matures, she'll be encouraged to find her own passions and use her platform to make a difference. Charlotte's role in the public eye will also involve representing the monarchy at important events both in the UK and internationally. These appearances are crucial for diplomatic relations, promoting British interests, and showing the monarchy's commitment to public service. The influence Princess Charlotte will have on the monarchy is significant. As she grows into a modern royal, she'll act as a bridge between tradition and change. The causes she champions and the image she presents will shape the public's perception of the monarchy and its relevance in today's world. Her education will be tailored to prepare her for these duties, giving her insight into the monarchy's constitutional role and ceremonial responsibilities. Raised within royal protocol, Charlotte will also develop the poise and skill required for a life of royal service. Moreover, her generation will witness significant shifts in how the monarchy engages with the public and media, and Charlotte's leadership in navigating this evolution will be critical. Princess Charlotte's introduction to public life began with her christening at St. Mary Magdalene Church on the Queen's Sandringham estate. While smaller in scale compared to major events like Trooping the Colour, it was nonetheless an elegant occasion. Charlotte looked angelic in her white gown, and her parents, proud and joyful, were photographed leaving the church with their newborn. From the beginning, Princess Charlotte's clothing choices made by her parents captured public attention. Her outfits have had a major impact on the fashion industry, even boosting the UK economy in what's now called the Charlotte effect. This first became evident when she was photographed in a delicate, handcrafted woolen shawl. The item, made by a small family business, quickly sold out after photos of Charlotte wearing it went public. This Charlotte effect is more than a surge in sales, it's a tidal wave that sweeps through fashion retailers, causing products to sell out within minutes. The effect has been particularly beneficial for children's fashion designers, especially those lucky enough to dress the young princess. One example is a pastel yellow cardigan adorned with sheep, which became an overnight sensation after Charlotte was seen wearing it. Parents rushed to purchase the same item for their children, resulting in a complete sellout and long waiting lists. The Charlotte effect goes beyond fashion trends, it reflects a shift in consumer behavior. Parents aren't just buying clothes, they're buying a piece of the royal fairy tale. This story, woven with themes of tradition and childhood innocence, is a powerful driver of sales and fashion trends. Interestingly, Charlotte's wardrobe mixes high-end and more affordable brands, showing a balance between royal luxury and everyday accessibility. This combination has had a democratizing effect, allowing consumers to feel connected to royal style, no matter their budget. The Charlotte effect influences everything from clothing patterns and colors to the way retailers market children's fashion. Companies closely monitor royal appearances, preparing for the surge in interest that follows each public outing. This trend has even revived classic children's styles, such as smocked dresses and Mary Jane shoes, which have made a resurgence on playgrounds worldwide. The Charlotte effect has redefined marketing strategies and set new benchmarks for brand growth, showing that even the youngest royals have the power to drive consumer loyalty. Retailers aren't the only ones benefiting from the Charlotte effect. The tourism industry has also seen a boost, particularly after her birth. Tourists flock to London, eager to catch a glimpse of the royal family or visit landmarks associated with them. Local businesses, from hotels to restaurants, have enjoyed increased revenue as a result. At such a young age, Princess Charlotte is already making waves with her charm and style. Whether in fashion, beauty, or home decor, anything linked to this royal child is bound to captivate consumers. With a keen eye for fashion, Charlotte is never shy about flaunting it. From designer dresses to funky hair accessories, the young princess is always on trend. She's often seen in chic outfits that could make even the most seasoned fashion experts green with envy. Whether she's rocking a floral dress or a tailored blazer, Charlotte always looks polished and stylish. Her wardrobe boasts an impressive array of dresses, coats, shoes, and hats that would make any fashion-conscious child jealous. From cute floral prints to fashionable coats, she has it all, and the paparazzi never tire of capturing every moment of her stylish appearances. But it's not just her clothes that make Princess Charlotte's fashion game strong. She's also got a handbag collection that many grown women would envy. Her assortment includes various brands like Gucci and Cath Kidston, and she even carries a pink backpack to school. Charlotte is often spotted with a different bag to match her outfit of the day. She also owns an array of accessories, including jewelry. Her collection reportedly includes a diamond-studded horseshoe brooch, a gift from her grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, given out of the Queen's love for horses. Recently, Charlotte has been allowed access to the royal jewels, including many of Princess Diana's prized possessions. One standout piece is a stunning tiara that's been passed down for generations. As the only daughter of Prince William, third in line to the throne after Queen Elizabeth II's passing and Prince Charles III's accession, Charlotte is set to inherit many more royal jewels. And let's not forget about her shoe collection. Charlotte's footwear ranges from classic Mary Janes to chic ankle boots, earning her the title of a style icon from some of the world's top fashion magazines. Charlotte, Elizabeth, Diana, each name is a tribute to her ancestry. Charlotte is a nod to her paternal grandfather, the Prince of Wales. Elizabeth honors her great-grandmother, the reigning monarch at the time. Diana serves as a touching remembrance of her late grandmother, the beloved Princess of Wales. Her christening on July 5, 2015, at St. Mary Magdalene Church in Sandringham was a private yet grand event. Archbishop of Canterbury Justin Welby performed the ceremony, steeped in royal tradition. Waters from the River Jordan, symbolizing purity and new life, were used in her baptism, tying her to her family's ancient legacy. Princess Charlotte's early years laid the foundation for a life where every detail holds significance, from her names to the ceremonies that mark her milestones. Her christening gown, a replica of Queen Victoria's eldest daughters, links her to over a century of royal history. Yet it is Charlotte's unique place in the line of succession, solidified by the Perth Agreement, that truly sets her apart in royal history. She is the first female in the British royal family to retain her place in the line of succession above a younger male sibling, marking a new era for the monarchy, one that embraces equality and progress. Charlotte's early upbringing unfolded like a carefully curated story against the backdrop of royal residences and prestigious schools. The young princess spent her formative years at Anmer Hall in Norfolk, a peaceful countryside retreat far from the public eye. It was there that she experienced the privacy and tranquility of rural life. However, in 2017, the family moved to Kensington Palace, signaling a closer connection to royal duties and life in the heart of London. It's well established that Charlotte is one of the most charming members of the royal family, with a cheeky and charismatic personality. But how does she get along with her siblings? and how do they all fit into the larger royal family dynamic? Charlotte's older brother, Prince George, is second in line to the throne and is known for his serious demeanor, often appearing a bit uncomfortable in front of cameras. Charlotte, on the other hand, is quite the opposite, always ready to flash a mischievous grin and steal the spotlight. Yet, they seem to get along well, as shown during a 2020 Christmas pantomime at the London Palladium when the two were seen playfully interacting. The youngest Cambridge sibling, Prince Louis, was born in 2018, and Charlotte has taken on the role of protective older sister. She's often seen holding his hand or offering a comforting hug, and the two have been caught laughing together on camera. Their bond is heartwarming, with Charlotte stepping up as a big sister and Louis looking up to her. When it comes to love, Charlotte is surrounded by it. She's charmed everyone around her: parents, teachers, classmates, siblings, and even her grandparents. It's clear that Prince Charles, the Duke of Cornwall, has a soft spot for her. In 2018, during an official visit to Scotland, Charles was caught on camera sharing a sweet moment with Charlotte, playfully picking her up and kissing her on the nose. The Prince of Wales clearly enjoys spending time with his grandchildren, and Charlotte seems to be a favorite. Charlotte also had a special bond with her late great-grandmother, the Queen Mother. In a documentary about the Queen Mother's life, Princess Catherine shared that Charlotte loved looking at photographs of her, and that the two shared a passion for horses. Queen Elizabeth, however, is known for being more reserved with public displays of affection, but even she couldn't resist Charlotte's charm. Their resemblance is striking. The royal family is undeniably blessed with good looks, but Charlotte's likeness to both Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana is uncanny. She's inherited her great-grandmother's piercing blue eyes and regal demeanor, as well as her grandmother's charming smile and infectious personality. While some may credit genetics for Charlotte's regal appearance, it's hard not to wonder if Buckingham Palace has a secret fountain of youth hidden in its gardens. Before the splendor of formal education, every child's learning journey begins with the early years that set the foundation for future success. For Princess Charlotte, this began at Wilcox Nursery School in London's upscale Kensington neighborhood. This prestigious nursery, known for its exclusive clientele, became Charlotte's first educational playground, with a curriculum focused on play, learning, and social development. Wilcox Nursery is no ordinary institution. It's where the next generation of society takes its first steps into the world of education. Starting school can be daunting, even for a princess, but Charlotte handled it with grace. On her first day, she confidently walked alongside her parents, wearing a smart navy blazer and white shirt, complete with a neat ponytail and a big smile. Charlotte's school fashion game was already on point. Charlotte's education is a critical part of her growing net worth. She attends Lambrook School, a private institution in Berkshire that charges tuition fees based on the child's age. Charlotte's tuition is approximately Ps 19,343, less than her brother Prince George's fees but more than Prince Louis's. Lambrook is a top-tier school with a rich history and high academic standards. It's no surprise that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge selected this school for their daughter, known for its small class sizes and a curriculum that promotes not only academic excellence but also personal growth. Princess Charlotte's education isn't just about academics. It's carefully tailored to prepare her for a future of royal responsibilities. Along with a standard curriculum, her schooling includes lessons in character development, with an emphasis on respect, courtesy, and confidence, traits essential for someone of her status. Her love for horses is nurtured through lessons in equestrian arts, connecting her to royal traditions. She may also receive music lessons, likely in piano or violin, and participate in competitive sports such as tennis, swimming, or hockey. Charlotte's education extends beyond the classroom. She is likely learning multiple languages, a vital skill for a future royal involved in international diplomacy. Her studies likely include history lessons focused on the monarchy's role in the UK and Commonwealth, ensuring she is well versed in her family's legacy. Public speaking exercises help prepare her for future engagements, while philanthropic activities mirror the royal family's commitment to charity work. As Charlotte progresses, her education will likely include attendance at one of the UK's prestigious boarding schools, following in the footsteps of her father and grandfather. These schools are known for their rigorous academic programs, leadership training, and focus on public service, key attributes for someone in Charlotte's position. Her curriculum may also cover international relations and political science, vital for her future diplomatic endeavors. Additionally, Charlotte may study constitutional law to better understand the monarchy's role in governance. These experiences are designed to mold Charlotte into a modern princess, equipped with the knowledge, poise, and skills needed to represent the monarchy on the global stage. As she grows, her education will ensure she's prepared to assume royal duties while enjoying a life of privilege and luxury. Now that some of the royal kids are growing up, they have even more rules to follow. The next generation of the British royal family is growing up with everything they could ever want, but that life comes at a cost. Here are all the strict rules the royal kids must follow, and you can't look down to read the speech, you have to hold it up. Number 1. Bowing or curtsying in the Queen's presence. The kids aren't required to do any particular greetings around their family, but most royals follow polite behavior. It's customary to bow your head when greeting a male royal and curtsy when meeting a female royal. Of course, there's the famous royal wave initiated by the Queen. Little Princess Charlotte has also picked up the elegant hand wave. While touching royalty is usually frowned upon, princes will usually accept a formal handshake from dignitaries, presidents, and prime ministers. Number 2, they have to accept gifts, but can't keep them. At events or appearances, the royal family sometimes gets gifts from their subjects. In 2014 alone, Prince George received 774 presents. Whether it's clothing, flowers, or teddy bears, they are required to accept the gifts graciously. The funny part is, they may not be allowed to keep the gifts. With security protocols, food and drinks have to be checked before being consumed. As for the kids, they probably can't keep everything they're gifted. That's fair, they likely have more than enough toys as it is. Number 3. Studying multiple languages. Everyone in the family knows more than one language, which is handy for dealing with foreign representatives and traveling to other countries. The Queen is fluent in French, and Prince William can converse in French, Welsh, and Swahili. Now, George and Charlotte are practicing Spanish with a tutor. Although the kids probably play plenty of educational games, none of the family are allowed to play one popular classic board game. In this royal household, Monopoly is banned. Number 4. Wardrobe restrictions. You know those days when you stay in your pajamas until noon only to switch into sweatpants? The royal kids don't have that option. Members of the royal family have to follow a strict dress code that doesn't allow them to dress overly casually, even while just hanging out with family or friends. As a marker of class and etiquette, younger boys like Prince Louis are only supposed to wear shorts, not trousers. In royal life, long pants are reserved for older boys and men. They are also expected to stick to neutral patterns and avoid anything too loud. Another rule that's probably a little easier to follow is no tiaras for little Charlotte or Lilibet. In the royal family, only married women are allowed to don the bedazzled headband jewelry. While Kate Middleton is known for her love of fashion and fun clothing, she finds a way to maintain the conservative dress code while still looking trendy. We can't wait to see how her kids interpret their own versions of royal fashion. Number 5. Perfect etiquette. While dining with the family, the royal kids are learning all about etiquette rules to follow at the table. The kids are learning how to sit and eat at a table properly, how to attend formal events, and meet important people. Art of etiquette training involves learning how to keep your voice at the right level and dressing appropriately for any given situation. Another important rule while dining in the Queen's presence is to never announce that you're going to the bathroom. If you have to get up to use the restroom, you just get up quietly and excuse yourself. Quietly leaving a room usually isn't one of most kids' strengths, but these royal youngsters are more well-behaved than your average toddlers and school kids. Number 6. Public appearances. For the time being, the royal kids' main job is school, but like their parents, they still have obligations to attend certain events, ceremonies, and public appearances. It's all in a day's work as a royal. Luckily, despite the paparazzi that follows them around, the kids still get a bit of privacy. At events, the public isn't allowed to ask for autographs or selfies. A pleasant handshake is usually allowed, though. Number 7. Dating rules. The kids of Prince Harry and Prince William are obviously too young to start dating, but but someday they'll be ready to find their own significant others. When that day comes, there will be some serious rules and protocols to follow while dating. But hey, that's the cost of dating a prince or princess. When the younger royal generation decides they're ready to get married, they can't just propose to anyone they want. According to the Royal Marriages Act of 1772, royal descendants must ask approval from the Queen before getting married, and their wedding outfits need to be approved too. Number 8. Private school only. Most parents have the choice of where they want their kids to school, but the royal princes and princesses must go to private school. It's actually a modern move after generations of royal kids being educated at home by governesses. Queen Elizabeth and her sister Princess Margaret were taught at home by tutors. Prince William's two oldest kids started their education off with formal nursery school as toddlers before private elementary school. Both are currently attending school in London and will likely later head off to boarding school in their early teens. Both William and Harry took a gap year to travel before going to university. Will their kids follow in their footsteps? Number 9. Who gets to rule? This may not be a rule they're all for, but the royal kids are at the mercy of the royal succession to the throne, a law that's likely caused some sibling rivalries over the last few centuries. Prince George is currently third in line to the throne after his father and grandfather. Next comes his sister Charlotte, followed by Louis. Prince Harry's son Archie is 7th in line, and Lilibet is 8th. Prince Beatrice's daughter Sienna, who was born just last year, is also in line at number 11, while Princess Eugenie's little August is number 13. Number 10. Where they can live. When they get older and fly the nest, most of the royal kids won't be going very far. That is if they don't decide to move to California. Most of the royal family members live in one of the royal residences, and we don't blame them. Firstly, there's the 775-room Buckingham Palace. Balmoral Castle is the Scottish residence of the family, which they use as a weekend hunting getaway. Sandringham House functions as a countryside retreat, while some have taken up residence at Clarence House, Kensington Palace, and Frogmore House. Kate and William's kids enjoy their lavish lifestyle at Kensington Palace, where although considered an apartment, their home has 4 floors and a massive private garden. Number 11. Religious practices. All of Kate Middleton and Prince William's kids were baptized with the Church of England. The royal family's connection to the church dates back to the 15th century. Even Meghan Markle joined the church officially when she became part of the family. So, it's no surprise that the kids have to endure some long morning services every now and then. In addition to following royal protocols on religious choices, the kids will also eventually have to follow the same rules as their parents regarding politics. Royal family members are supposed to remain impartial and never discuss political opinions in public. Number 12. Traveling separately. A well-known rule that all the royal families are supposed to follow, including the kids, is that heirs can't fly together. The rule was put in place when air travel was more dangerous than it is today. Technically, Prince William and his oldest son, Prince George, are not supposed to ever be on the same plane. The rule is even stricter for heirs over the age of 12. But Kate and William had the rule loosened for their families since it's much easier flying together as a family when they have to go somewhere, especially now that the kids outnumber the parents. Number 13. Healthy food only. Prince William's kids and the rest of the royal family, for that matter, eat extremely healthy meals. There's no packaged food or takeout allowed at the royal residences. Why would they, when they have 20 round-the-clock professional chefs at their service? The Queen's personal chef, Darren McGrady, revealed that even the babies of the family get homemade meals of blended chicken and veggies. It's also very unlikely that the kids get any shellfish at dinner. It's an unwritten rule that the royal family avoids shellfish since it's more likely to cause food poisoning. A quote from palace staff read, "Garlic is banned from being included in foods eaten by royal family members." With many meetings between official visitors, it is thought to be advised against to prevent any awkward bad breath. Number 14. Respecting the Queen. With the Queen being not only the figurehead of the country but of her own family, the British royals have to follow some rules of respect when she's around. For example, the kids already know that when the Queen enters a room, everyone must stand. And when she says dinner is over, too bad if you're not finished with your meal, dinner is over, Her family and the kids also know that everyone walking with the Queen has to walk behind her and never in front, and that includes her late husband, Prince Philip. That's a lot of rules for these kids to follow when hanging out with great-grandma. Number 15. Independence early on. Sure, the royal family has earned a reputation for being cold, but when it comes to raising the kids, they have a good reason. Kate and William follow the no-coddle rule, which allows their kids to gain maturity and independence from a young age. They are, however, famously more hands-on than some of their predecessors. These kids may be young, but they already have a ton of rules to follow. Which of these royal kiddos do you think will stick with royal life once they have a choice? Let us know what you think in the comments and subscribe to The Thing Celebrity for more about the royal family and your favorite celebs.